players, so I'm pretty sure by now you all have heard the news that President Biden has officially dropped out of the race. This is not a drill. This is absolutely true. President Biden has dropped out of the race. He issued a statement on his official Twitter account where he says in the third paragraph, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe that it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week and with details of my decision." Listen, the media, Democrats, and bigwigs are responsible for pushing this man out. And it is absolutely disgraceful that they did this. 14 million people voted for President Biden to be the nominee. There were millions of people that was standing beside President Biden in this. And it looks like they pushed this man out to be a one-term president. And I think it's absolutely despicable. And they pushed him out for Donald Trump. They pushed him out for this man who lied over 30 times, who was impeached twice, who held America's secrets in his shitter. Someone who tried to overthrow the government to remain in power. How do we know if he wins this new election that he's not going to do the same thing? It is absolutely despicable. So, with that being said, what we got to do is we got to support the nominee. Now, as of right now, I believe the nominee is going to be Vice President Kamala Harris because President Biden has endorsed her in the same breath to be president. He issued another official tweet saying, "My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies and on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as a party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it has been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this." Listen, I think that Vice President Kamala Harris is a great choice because a lot of people were saying that they was going to skip over Madam Vice President Kamala Harris for someone else. But apparently they're not, because if Joe Biden is putting out this statement, Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be the nominee. I don't know how this goes forward because there are some states, and I haven't investigated this, where allegedly she can't be on the ballot. I don't know. I will have to investigate this further to confirm or deny this. But they said because the nominee has to be on there by a certain time, that she can't be on it. I don't know if that's true or not. We will just have to see. I will do my investigation. I just think that it shows the true nature of the party unless we know something, unless they know something that we don't, that they will push out a man that has had a very successful presidency. President Biden, contrary to popular belief, he's had a very successful presidency. He wasn't able to do all the things that he wanted to do or that he ran on because of not having the House and the Senate. But he still worked his way around to get student loan forgiveness and forgiving not having medical debt on your credit reporting. All these things that President Biden was able to accomplish, the American Rescue Plan, the child tax credit that took millions of children out of poverty. All of these things were able to get done because of President Biden. We have a great economy that is moving in the right direction, and this is all because of President Biden putting people in place that would be able to achieve these things, and also him achieving these things himself. So we just have to support the candidate. We don't know who the vice president is going to be at this time. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, players, put it in the comments. Who would y'all like to see? And how you feeling? I know you guys are upset because Double D is upset. Double D didn't even know what to say when I would come on here. And I love you guys. I'm sorry that we have been betrayed like this. But at the end of the day, we still have a job to do. And that is to not become Project 2025. And that's exactly what we will get if they elect Donald Trump. We still got to beat him. So we got to come together. This is a scab. You know what I'm saying? This is a wound. We need to let that wound grow a scab. And we need to keep on trucking. Keep on trucking, y'all. Just keep on trucking.